Hi, and welcome to my LinkedIn Live. Today, I want to talk about the importance of having flexible routines and how that is the key to unlocking your mightiness. And so, in today's Nurture and Navigate newsletter, I've talked about different ways to come and tackle your routine and why copy and pasting somebody else's routine might not be the best for you. And I highly, highly recommend finding out what works best for your routine through a variety of ways. And one of them is to be flexible. Many times, for what I hear from my clients, is morning routines don't work for them because they try to create this very, very rigid box and then they live within that box. And you and I know that over the course of a week, over the course of a month, we experience a lot of different kind of mornings. And some mornings are perfect for a certain type of morning routine. Other mornings, maybe you woke up half an hour later than you expected, or an hour. Maybe you're not feeling well. Maybe you've got an abnormal morning, meaning like you have to get out the door a little bit earlier than you thought. So there's any variety of number of things that can happen that can kind of adjust our morning. And so the key here is not being married to a particular morning routine, meaning these are the 5 things that I must do every single morning. Because what happens is on those mornings when, things are just not quite right, um, you feel like, oh my gosh, I can only do 3 of them. Forget it. I just won't do any of it. And so we scrap the whole thing altogether. And sure, you can do those things later in the day, but they just don't have the same impact as they would in the morning. And so what I highly recommend is to have a flexible morning routine. And what I mean by this is, okay, so we're going to try to do all of these things, but sometimes it doesn't quite work out. And sometimes maybe instead of doing 10 minutes of deep breathing, we're just going to truncate that down to 3 or 4, or maybe even 5 minutes. Instead of doing, a full page of journaling, maybe we just strive for half a page. And the thing is, good is better than nothing. Progress is better than perfection. And I think once we get out of that mind frame where we're like, oh, no, it's got to be just like this. And this is exactly how it's got to be. And if it isn't like this exactly, then I'd rather not do it at all. And so here's where that type of thinking doesn't serve us. When we are trying to create habits, and once we have created habits, something like a morning routine, the impact that it has on us, the positive mindset that it puts us in, it's almost like, kind of waking up on the right side of the bed every morning. And the benefit to that is so, so integral to our overall well-being. And it doesn't have to do with the fact that, oh, you got all 5 of your items done. It actually has more to do with the fact that you did it at all, that you spent that time, even if it was 5 minutes in the morning, but you spent that time to intentionally do something good for yourself, to start off your day on the right foot. And so what's more important is that you do even a little bit, not that you do the entire thing like a half an hour or an hour long. And again, I don't recommend those because it's not sustainable for the long run. Certain mornings it works, but don't go in thinking, yep, that's what I'm going to do every single day. When I work with my clients, I tell them, you know what you're going to do every single day is 5 minutes. Pick 5 things and do them each for a minute. And that's how you're going to start. Or pick 3 things and do them each for, a minute, minute and a half. But work for 5 minutes and do something good for yourself. So if you want to learn more about how to, put that morning routine together, let's have a chat and stay tuned because I have some really interesting, amazing things coming down the pipeline to help you do just that. So thank you so much for joining me here today. And I hope that, thinking about how to have a more flexible morning routine will help you unlock your mightiness.